One of the highlights of my week is a breakfast club. My companions are gentlemen in their 70s and 80s, and I am the honorary youth in the group. Wisdom and age tend to go hand in hand, and I acquire a lot of wisdom from these men. World War II tales, old Baltimore stories, family triumphs and tragedies, farming, banking, and fishing stories. There is rarely a pause in the hearty conversation. As an ex-Colt, I am often asked to tell football stories, and they love those. But one morning I asked to hear their sports stories. There were 5 of us at that breakfast, and I heard about plenty of sports injuries that worsen with age, about a few heroic shots, and about one classic GOAT moment where a guy ran the wrong way after an interception during a high school game. But each member of the breakfast club shared one similar memory, a snapshot of an exchange with a coach that he remembered vividly, word for word, as if it had happened on the way to the diner that morning. As each gentleman spoke, I realized that the snapshot was really a mental video they had been playing over and over again for decades. One guy remembers from over 40 years ago the anxiety and anguish of waiting for final cuts to be posted on the gym wall. He recounted how he slowly slid along the opposite wall in the hall waiting for a solitary moment to see if he had been cut. He had, and he cried and turned from some approaching students to hide his tears. He told how, after a sleepless night, he summoned the courage to speak to the coach to understand why he did not make the team. The coach said, "You're just not good enough." My breakfast mate has carried this memory with him all these years. Another fellow recounted having to go to the foul line for a potential game-winning free throw while in high school. As he told the story, you could see his pulse quicken and his face redden. As the referee handed him the ball, his coach called a timeout and motioned to him to come over to the bench. Coach locked his eyes with him and said, "I know you will make this shot," and sent him back to the line. He made the shot and won the game, but still says he felt more pressure at that moment than even as a fighter pilot during World War II. Both these men, in their 80s, were forever shaped by these momentary interactions with coaches.